Hey guys, what's up? Dingocrikey here to give my thoughts on some Transformers 5 news. Now, this is only one bit of news, but it is pretty significant, so I figured I would put out a quick video and give my thoughts on it. So, what's just been revealed is a giant banner for Transformers The Last Night, and we can see here, we have a whole bunch of details in this image that may clue us into some of the plot details of Transformers 5. Starting out on the left, we have a look at Optimus Prime, this time from the chest upwards, and his design does appear to be very similar to his Age of Extinction design. Maybe a few details are different. He doesn't appear to have any flame details on his arms. That could just be a change because of the promotional artwork. Now, initially when I looked at this, his color scheme looked to be blue, but I have heard people saying that's actually silver, and I guess I could see that. Maybe it's just the way the lighting is that it kind of comes off as blue, and it would make sense if it were to be silver, as we'd finally be seeing that Silver Knight theme that they really advertised in Age of Extinction. Would that mean Optimus was going from his traditional color scheme to being all silver in the next movie? Is it going to be some special armor he puts on, or like a power-up mode? We'll have to see. I'm sure some people may think this could be another character as well. I'm still thinking it's probably Optimus just because the design does look so similar, and, you know, putting Optimus on the big promotional material does make sense. Also, the sword appears to be very similar to his Age of Extinction sword. Now, a lot of people have been predicting with the whole Merlin rumors that Optimus may be getting Excalibur, or as it's known in Transformers terms, possibly the Starsaber. Initially, I'll say that this appears to go against that idea, but it could be that they're just not spoiling the big sword, as he may get that in like the third act of the film or something of the sort. Moving across the image, we have a flag in the middle that has some sort of Decepticon symbol on it. Now, I'm not sure what kind of variation this is, if it's ever been used in a cartoon before or a comic book. I don't think so. It is interesting that they're using this variation of the Decepticon symbol, and I'm curious to see what it will mean. Also, I think it's interesting that we're seeing a Decepticon symbol on a flag like this. We do have the movie being called The Last Night. We have all of the medieval plot rumors, so are we going to see sort of like Transformers having banners like people did back in medieval times with their family sigil on them? Except in this case, of course, the faction symbol. Maybe as we're being introduced to the ancient knights, such as Optimus and the Dinobots, we'll also see some ancient Decepticons, and maybe this is an ancient Decepticon symbol. Another theory that I've heard thrown around is that this is a pirate flag and that the symbol is for the Starseekers. Now, I'm not too familiar with these characters, and it doesn't seem like a lot of people are unless you really keep up with some of the extra lore. From my understanding, they're basically a group of Transformers pirates, and they're not particularly good guys. I'll definitely want to do more research on them for future Q&As, especially if Transformers 5 is going to include them. Another potential piece of evidence toward the Starseekers' appearance is one of the stickers that appeared on the dump truck Transformer, and that sticker some people have interpreted as looking very similar to the Starseeker symbol from the aligned continuity. Now, it is worth noting, even if the symbol on the dump truck is the Starseeker symbol, the symbol on the flag clearly is not that same symbol. So right now, my initial thoughts, I'm thinking that this is probably an ancient Decepticon symbol. I would really like to see them use some other characters such as the Starseekers, the Quintessons, etc. Then above the flag we have what looks to be a starship, or at least I interpreted it this way. I've seen a lot of other people thinking it's a starship as well. I've compared it to some other starships from Transformers cartoons, such as the various renditions of the Nemesis, along with some of the more obscure ships. I'm thinking that this could be a Quintesson ship because it does have that piece on the back which looks like it would rotate, and that's what the Quintesson ships did in Generation 1 when they flew through space. They sort of did this rotation type of thing, so maybe they're kind of homaging that as well. If the Starseekers do appear, it could be a Starseeker ship. We'll just have to see as far as that goes. Then in the far right we have what's definitely the most exciting thing and the main attraction of the poster, and that is the 3 dragon heads. Now, it isn't confirmed whether they're 3 dragon heads or not. A lot of people are throwing around theories as to what exactly these are. Some people think it's sort of like a Transformer Hydra. Is it Megatron's alternate form? Is it a Predacon? Just so many theories about this. If nothing else, this confirms, or at least seems to confirm, what a lot of us were thinking would be a possibility for Transformers 5, and that is if we were going to see the Dinobots return, if they weren't just going to be a dropped-off concept after the end of Age of Extinction, that we would see them have some sort of nemesis. And a lot of people were predicting that this would be sort of like the Prime Predacons, where you have a whole bunch of dragons being found by Galvatron, and that they would end up going against the Dinobots. Now obviously we have Megatron thrown into the mix, so that kind of changes things. Do we know if these guys are going to even be on the Decepticon side? What are they exactly? At this point in time, we don't know. What I'm getting from this, though, is that they are giving the Dinobots an enemy. Now, whatever this is it going to kill the Dinobots, and that's why Optimus is the last knight? I mean, that'd be really interesting. I mean, we still would have Megatron out there, so the whole thing with the last knight and what the title means, can kind of discuss that in another video. As far as speculating on what these things exactly are, one of the things that's most interesting to me, and that I'm not really keen on, is the way that the necks look on these images, as they just look like a bunch of scattered vines almost. I don't know if they're sort of using a transformium type of transformation or something, and they're like halfway through it. Really weird looking. Maybe that's just an artistic style for the promotional artwork. Personally, I don't really like the looks of it. Now, as far as the heads themselves, I think they're pretty cool looking. I mean, hey, we're getting dragon transformers altogether. I think that's kind of cool to see in the live action films, and I'm thinking it's probably a three-headed dragon. That hasn't been confirmed. Maybe these are all separate entities, but to me it kind of looks like a three-headed dragon from the positioning and the fact that all of the heads look so similar. That seems to be the case in my opinion. Is he Predaking? Doesn't mean we'll see more Predacons. If this guy is a Predacon at all, who knows? It's definitely up for speculation. Now, some people have been thinking this guy could be Megatron, as in both Beast Wars and the original Robots in Disguise cartoon, Megatron did have dragon alternate forms. I personally don't think so. What we've seen of Megatron so far, he looks much more like he would fit the rumor going around that he's going to transform into a fighter jet. His face does have a little bit of a beastly look to it, but turning into something like this, I'm not really seeing it. I mean, maybe this thing won't even transform. Maybe it's just going to be some giant mechanical dragon. There are a few other things in the image, but I'm just going to wrap things up here. Of course, this can open a lot of questions for the next Transformers 5 Q&A video. You guys can of course leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Also, if you have any new theories on Transformers 5, feel free to drop those off in the comment section below as well. And you can of course keep up with the channel for more commentary on Transformers 5 news, along with lots of other cool Transformers stuff, figure reviews, comic reviews eventually, thoughts on the cartoons, lots of cool Transformers stuff. You can also follow me on Twitter for more regular updates. Anyways, that's all I have to say for now. Thanks for watching, stay tuned, and have a good one, guys. I'll see you soon.